All very different. Some are very ornate and some are very plain.
Very difficult to imagine that this could die out.
I think it's about educating people, showing them what life was like and what people have achieved.
Tucked away behind the old shops and terraced houses in the Kensington district, close to Liverpool city centre, and behind these tall gates, is an old Jewish cemetery in Deane Road. It's one of the city's many well-kept secrets. It was built and consecrated in the early 19th century for Liverpool's early Jewish community. There are almost 2,000 graves dating back to 1837. The last burial there was held back in 1929, after which they shut the gates for the last time and it hasn't been used since. What makes Deane Road Cemetery unique and amazing is that among the weeds and the crumbling headstones lie buried hundreds of people who in their lifetime became successful businessmen, doctors, musicians, lawyers, politicians, university lecturers, clergymen, philanthropists, and many other important men and women who each in their own way not only played an active role in their own community, but made a vital contribution to the wealth, success and culture of the city of Liverpool. Sadly, since that last burial, this cemetery has fallen into decay, and over the years has been the victim of neglect and abuse. Plant life has overgrown, headstones have fallen, or have been destroyed or vandalised, and successive communities have not been able or haven't had the means to care for its upkeep. That is until just recently. A team of local enthusiasts from mixed faiths have come together because they believe that Deane Road Cemetery is not only a site of important Jewish heritage, but it's an important site of Liverpool heritage.
It's not for religious purposes, it's about the restoration project that will benefit the community later on.
The restorations update, we've had all the work done on the Nina Berger stone, which was in 7 pieces all over the floor. The Miriam de Menashe dome, that is going very well. It's being done in stages. The 4 bases of the columns have come up like white. They're that good.
Oh, that's fantastic. Is it?
I think it's worthwhile looking at this because it's demonstrating that it's not easy to get a lottery grid.
Well, that's right. But we didn't know that,
and the Olympic projects are taking priority.
Right.
They have an enormous task ahead of them. A team of voluntary workers has already started to cut back the forest of weeds, clear the mounds of rubbish, make the environment safer and more accessible to the public, so that they can come and learn about another facet of Liverpool's fascinating cultural history.
The idea of a home for spinsters and widows with no children within the Jewish community. So 3 quite important people buried here, and after James Braham died in 1873, Henrietta gave various donations to the synagogue of various artefacts. She put together the idea of a home for spinsters and widows with no children within the Jewish community. By the current calendar, so this is the Hebrew year 5655. So that's an example of a fairly standard Jewish gravestone.
Many of the descendants of those buried at Deane Road weren't even aware of its existence, so the team want to give those families a new opportunity to visit their ancestors' graves and pay their respects.
I knew that there was a tomb here which belonged to the mother of my grandfather's first wife, and tried to find out what my side of my mother's family was doing in Liverpool. And we were aware of Miriam Gollins being buried here, and she had married my great uncle. The family developed a merchant bank with outposts in Constantinople and then later in France and in England. And one of the sons, Joseph, was put in charge of the Liverpool branch, and that's how it all started.
Well, we've seen it advertised in the Mersey Mart and in the Echo, and I always wondered what this building was.
Done a fantastic job with this trimming here.
I think they've done a remarkable job. Yes, we can at least walk in the place, which is something we couldn't do some time ago. Remember?
Here's a famous name, David Lewis.
Ah, yes, David Lewis. He came from London to Liverpool as a 16-year-old tailoring apprentice and ended up founding a chain of famous departmental stores. His novel business ideas, combined with outstanding showmanship, made him one of the greatest retailers of the Victorian era. He was also a philanthropist, and it was he who made the largest single financial contribution towards the construction of the majestic Princes Road Synagogue. Unfortunately, he died childless, but he left a fortune worth about £50 million in today's money for the benefit of the working classes of Liverpool and Manchester. Those funds were used